Hello everyone. Today, I decided to just do one of these tier lists instead of a bracket fight. But I'm not ranking like the genres themselves. I'm actually going to be ranking the fan bases of these subgenres. Uh, the pictures they use for these are kind of weird and didn't even title put the name of the genre in it, but this is deathcore and this is metalcore, if you can tell. And this says doom, so this is doom, black. You see metallic and you see thrash. This is classic new metal, glam metal, industrial, and power metal. And I decided just to do like the main subgenres, and so because um, that there are a lot of subgenres of this fucking genre. But anyway, let's just get right into it. So we're gonna start out with deathcore, and so deathcore fans, they can be either really cool or very very insufferable. I actually had an experience with one that was just like, if there's no breakdown, it's shit, and and how death metal is so fucking boring. And then this person gives me Born of Osiris, which was one of the most boring bands I've ever had the displeasure of listening to. Um, and they could also be really really chill people, and they could also vibe with death metal, like Gojira. Like there is some crossover, and I actually like some deathcore as well. So they're not a terrible fan base, but they're pretty insufferable when they want to. So they go in D tier. And next is metalcore, and I'm surrounded with metalcore fans. They're not the worst fan base by any means. Um, however, uh, back in like the early 2000s, I'm pretty sure they unironically used the term dad rock when referring to like thrash metal and all that, and like just classic heavy metal, which is very very cringe. Um, Metalcore fans can also have a crossover with deathcore fans, where they say if it doesn't have a breakdown, it's shit, and just like um, they can be very very insufferable too with some of their opinions on other subgenres, but most of the time they're pretty chill. Um, um, it's definitely not the best subgenre in my opinion. But they're definitely better than deathcore fans, so they go in C tier. All right, we got death metal fans. So with death metal fans, it's pretty polarizing for some, because I find that one side of the fans like pretty much all flavors of death metal, and there's the part of there is the other part of death metal where they're very very like like it's the elitist part of death metal. Like you got people like saying like In Flames is not death metal, like, and they show you intestine ballism and like this is real death metal. And like if it's not old school death metal, then it's garbage. It's just wankery. And the another side of death metal fans were prog death, like Opeth and later death and all that stuff. They can't listen to old school death metal because I need my complex riffs and stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Um, they could be pretty toxic too. Like the current like revision of Death's The Sound of Perseverance. I can't talk. Perseverance is pretty. pretty ass. Um, they're pretty polarizing, but they can be chill at the same time. They're definitely better than metalcore fans. So I'm gonna go ahead. Not gonna not gonna say A tier. I'm gonna say B tier. I think that's good. All right, we got Doom fans. I don't actually have like. I personally don't have a lot of like communication with Doom fans. They're often chill. I've met annoying ones, but it's not because of not because of doom metal. It's because of their own personality. Um, Doom fans are pretty chill. I haven't really had that much experience with them. Um, so I think honestly they're gonna go in A tier. I'm just gonna say right now, there's none of these are going in S tier because none of them are perfect. And then we got the two. Next, we got the two worst fan bases of the entire genre. Should I do these last? I'm gonna do these last actually. All right, now we got classic heavy metal. Um, these dudes are often like boomers or just uh, like Judas Priest enthusiasts and Iron Man fans. They're the kids walking around with the Iron Maiden shirt when you see them in public. They could be ranged from 18 to 50. Um, the age. Uh, honestly, I don't have a lot of like personal experience with heavy, classic or traditional heavy metal fans. But they haven't been that toxic to me, and I haven't seen the much toxicity from it. And so for that, they go in A tier because I haven't had that much. I haven't seen that much toxicity with it. Actually, this is supposed to be gent, but I'm gonna use it as prog metal because gent is basically. I'm not gonna get into it. We got new metal fans. Oh god. They're not terrible. Um, should I honestly? Yeah, honestly, they're pretty chill. I don't have really complaints about new metal fans. Except when like, except when they like, oh dude, have you checked out Slipknot, bro? They're like the heaviest shit ever. Blah 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 blah. Like, yeah, I have, but they're not. A lot of people debate if they're actually new metal. I'm not gonna get into that, but I'm just gonna use them as an example. Uh, they're not terrible, but they're not perfect either. I'm gonna go ahead and put them in B tier. We got glam metal. Um, actually, I've I have had I have had some personal experience with glam metal fans. Uh, they're pretty ass. They most of the time they most of okay, this one instance, this with this one dude that I personally knew, uh I'm pretty sure he just hated thrash. He kept like because he knew I liked Metallica, and he kept like saying, "Oh, Megadeth is better," like all the time. But I don't never seen him. I never saw him listen to anything related to thrash, and he just listened to this band called Crash Diet. And he was pretty toxic, but he's also like a core fan, so I'm not gonna like completely label him as a glam fan. I haven't really had that much experience besides that. So because of that one instance, I'm gonna put them at B tier. Industrial metal. I'm gonna use. Honestly, they're pretty chill too. I'm gonna include Rammstein in this category as well. Their fans are pretty chill. They can be super super edgy though, very very edgy. They're chill, but they're also very edgy. So for that, they go in B tier. Um, Power metal, they just want to slay dragons, bro. They just want to slay dragons. All right, I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna do prog next. Prog fans. Oh god. Um. Okay, imagine Dream Theater fans. Uh, later Opeth fans, especially Dream Theater fans. They could be super super snobby, and like it makes it seem like they can't enjoy anything that's like not. They make it seem like they can't enjoy something that's not super super technical and like at least sometimes because like if a big prog fan if you ask a big prog fan their favorite death album, it will be one of the prog albums. And if you ask them their opinion about the first three, they'll either say they're okay or they don't like them at all because they can't handle not complicated riffs, even though a lot of them are. They're super snobby, and because of that, they're going in D tier. They could be a lot worse, like these two. And talking about these two, let's start with thrash. Thrash fans are actually one of the worst fan bases of all time, and I say that because number one, they're one of the fan bases that use the word poser a lot. They reek of beer. They scream fucking Slayer all the time, and it's actually cringe. I'm not gonna say all the time because that's pretty much just a meme now. But that it's a meme that needs to fucking die. It is so fucking cringy. I'm tired of hearing it. What else? Um, they pretty much never leave their basement, and most of what they listen to is thrash. And if you bring up something that's like some like if it's not like either black or death, they will fucking tell you that they don't like it. They will say, "Oh, that industrial band is garbage," or "Ooh, Ghost fucking sucks, bro. They're fucking satanic." And they also invented the phrase pizza thrash, and they say that to refer to modern thrash. For some reason they don't like it, um, even though it sounds like the old stuff in the 80s. I still don't get it. You call it that for a negative connotation, but it sounds exactly like stuff in the 80s. I don't get it. And if you say it's watered down, I'm like, dude, thrash is one of the most watered down like genres of metal. At least if you listen to a lot of it. Like if you go through a lot of it, it's pretty watered down. Uh, next to metalcore and deathcore, at least in present day. And they're just most of the elitists come out of thrash fans, in my personal opinion. So they go into F tier. Black metal fans, oh my god. Okay, take the edginess of industrial fans, but turn it up to like 1,000, and throw some radical ideologies in there, and the metal is my personality mentality, and you get black metal fans. If you see a dude with a Dead or Euronymous PFP, fucking run, because he will tell you what he does not like. Even if you don't ask, or the chat is fucking quiet, he will just say like fucking uh like fucking Fear Factory sucks, and Mayhem is the best band of all time, and Burzum is awesome, and fucking have you checked out this Peste Noir album? No, because I don't listen to fucking awful subgenres of black metal, which is Nazi black. If you have if you have a good chunk, not a good chunk, it's a pretty small like margin of the genre. If you have a quote unquote genre that is dedicated to lyrics that is about Nazism, you have a fucking problem. When you actually have fans attached to that, you have a problem. Black metal fans are one of the worst people I've ever had the displeasure of talking to. They are edgy. They are fucking. God. They. They. They use the word poser more than thrash fans do, and that is saying something. Because like unironic fucking the people who unironically yell fucking Slayer say poser every other word, but they say it basically every word. That's an obsolete that is obsolete. Man, I can't talk. That is obviously an exaggeration, but my God, if just just having like bands that are Nazis just says something about your genre, and that just because of that, it's F tier. Um, saying that there are some racist bands in death metal, but there's far more in black metal than there is in death metal. So yeah. So this isn't really the best tier list. I'm gonna be honest, and I pretty much stumbled upon my words, or I stumbled with my words. But these are my thoughts on them. So yeah, and I hope you have a good day.